Now, we have had several people on Facebook mention recently that they'd love to hear the story about the sheet cake. Now, here's the thing. I put on Facebook
Right.
that asking folks, what is your favorite story, um, favorite funny story that you've
Right.
heard in a concert or from your favorite artist? And several of them said the sheet cake
The little
story.
sheet
And
cake.
that directly involves you. And so I had to get you on video one more time
Uh,
telling, I've heard it so many times, but it's
yeah.
hilarious. You got to tell the folks the story of the sheet cake.
Well, it's a great story. It's probably my blue ribbon favorite too. Of things happened to me out on the road over the years. Uh, and again, it boils down to people that are just almost like family. There's a lady that used to come see us, and she would usually bake something for us, either cakes or cookies. And so she came this particular night and had baked this big sheet cake. That's all I ever knew to call it. It was real big, a thin cake, but real big in a pan. She had baked this cake and had decorated it, put our name on there, thank you, Legacy 5 or whatever. So she brought it to me. I was the only one at the table when she came up. So she brought it and handed it to me. And I told her, oh my goodness, I love sheet cake. Thank you so much for that. It's a big chocolate cake. I said, that'll be so good tonight on the bus with a big glass of milk. So, no problems, no issues. I took the cake out to the bus, got to the bus, and we had so much cookies and cake and pies and everything in there. I mean, there was literally no counter space left to even put this cake. So I told the guys, I said, something's going to have to go. We got to get rid of something. And Roger was there then. Roger's like, well, leave those pies alone. Those are my pies. So don't. And somebody said, well, don't get rid of the chocolate chip cookies. Those are the best. So anyway, it kind of all boiled down to the sheet cake got the short straw. So the sheet cake was going to have to go away. So I asked our driver. We had already left the venue, wherever we were, and was headed down the road. And I said, man, are you going to have to stop tonight? He said, yeah, I'm going to stop up here. He says, probably 40 miles up here. I'm going to stop and get fuel. So I said, okay, well, I'll get rid of the sheet cake. So we stopped at a truck stop, pulled up there to the fuel island. And so I got out of the bus with this big sheet cake pan, and the trash cans that were there were these big, like 55-gallon drums, but they had a lid on it. So the top of it was, the hole in it was just about the size of a basketball or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's, of course, the hole smaller than the sheet. So I'm having to fold this thing over and try to cram it down in this can. And as I'm doing that, in the bay next to us pulls up a car, and it was the sheet cake lady with a gallon of milk. And I look up, I'm cramming this, and I'm looking right straight at her. She's got her gallon of milk. She had followed that bus. She had gone and got a gallon of milk because I told her I wanted milk with my sheet cake, and had followed us to the truck stop. And I looked up and I was like, oh my goodness. Well, I stuffed the cake in the can, ran back up on the bus, and Roger was in there. I said, Roger, you've got to go talk to this lady. He's like, what lady? I said, the lady that made the sheet cake. She's sitting out here. So Roger went down and went outside, and I don't know what exactly was said to her. Darling, if you're watching, I hope you have forgiven us over the years. But that was no malice intended there, but it was just strictly a matter of real estate. We had nowhere to put the sheet cake, but well, that set us up for years to come. I had no telling how many people say, well, I thought about bringing y'all a cake tonight, but I figured you were going to end up throwing it in the trash can, so I didn't.
Did you even sample the cake before you threw it?
No, we didn't even get to. No,
Didn't get to.
No, I mean, it's still, I can remember still just seeing the thank you Legacy 5 as it was just down into, oh my
Oh,
goodness. Bless
that
her.
oh, and I know, and I think I've even heard you tell folks before that you've seen her since then
Oh, yes.
at concerts and stuff. So we're so thankful that she
Yeah,
didn't just get so upset and quit coming to the concerts.
right.
We're glad she still came around.
We were going to, we were doing a video one time when Frank Siemens was with the group, and somebody had said we need to tell the sheet cake story, and Frank's like, oh no, we can't tell that on video. I'm like, well, why not? He said, well, what if the lady sees that video? I said, Frank, the lady was there. She knows the whole stuff. She knows what happened anyway. It doesn't matter if we put it on video or not. Oh, here it is, finally on video.
Well, you guys, that is the Legacy 5 sheet cake story featuring Scott Howard. Let's see who it was. I guess the players involved was really just you. There
Yeah,
was, I mean, you
me
went and
and
told
Roger and the
Roger,
sheet cake
Roger
lady.
yeah, and Roger got off the bus and tried to smooth it over, I guess. But
Yeah.
outside of that, you're the only culprit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all on me. That's where it's fallen for all these years. Everybody blamed me for the sheet cake.